In a world where everyone is talking, those who hold their tongue and sharpen their craft rise the highest. Power lies not in how loudly you speak, but in how silently you move. It is not the noise of intention that wins battles, but the quiet persistence of execution. The strongest men and women are those who build in the dark, who allow their actions, not their announcements, to reveal their great done. When you speak less, you conserve energy. Energy that can be channeled into purpose. Talk is cheap. Words are easily spoken, but difficult to live. The one who chooses silence over self-congratulation is the one who builds momentum unnoticed. The tree that grows in silence bears the strongest fruit. No one sees the roots working underground, yet without them, there is no strength, no foundation, no success. Hold your vision close. Guard your goals from the noise of the world. The more you talk, the more you invite doubt, distraction, and detours. The less you say, the more your mind can focus, your energy can build, and your results can explode. People will wonder what you're doing, where you are, why you're not making noise, and then suddenly you win. Loud, big, let your results do the talking. Let your success become your voice. Let your silence be misunderstood until it becomes respected. The one who speaks less and does more is always the one who stands tallest when it matters most. Build quietly, deliver powerfully, and leave the world speechless. Success is born in silence, not noise. In the quiet moments where no one is watching, where no applause is heard and no validation is given, real labor now. That is where true greatness begins. The noisy world rewards attention. But attention does not build success, discipline does. And discipline thrives in silence. It's in the early mornings, the late nights, the hours spent alone with your vision, where the foundations of success are laid brick by brick. Talking about your goals might feel like progress, but only silent action moves you forward. When you build without broadcasting, you protect your energy from doubt, from envy, and from premature judgment. Success doesn't need a spotlight. It grows in the shadows, patiently, steadily, until one day it breaks through, undeniable. And by then, the noise is no longer needed, because the results will speak for themselves. Your results will speak louder than your words ever could. You can talk all day about what you plan to do, who you intend to become, or how great your vision is, but none of it matters until it shows up in your results. Words are promises, but results are proof. When you produce real outcomes, you don't have to convince anyone of your worth. Your achievements become undeniable evidence. The world listens differently when you're not trying to be heard, when your success commands attention without asking for it. Talk invites opinions, but results silence doubt. They are the final word in any argument. Results turn skeptics into believers, critics into admirers, and silence into applause. So don't waste your breath trying to impress, build, improve, refine, and deliver. Because when the work is done right, the outcome becomes the only message that needs to be sent. Every minute spent talking is a minute not spent building. Time is the most precious currency of success, and how you spend it defines your future. Talking about your goals, your dreams, and your plans might feel productive, but it is a false sense of progress. The real builders are too busy creating to narrate every move. While others are speaking, they are stacking bricks. While others are explaining, they are executing. Every moment used to seek approval, to justify your ambition, or to impress others is a moment stolen from the work that actually brings results. You can either broadcast your intentions or build your future, but you cannot do both at once. Choose the silence of effort over the comfort of chatter. Let your focus be your language, and your progress be your message. Because when the building is complete, it will speak for itself louder than any words ever could. The quiet mind sees the path clearly. In a world full of noise, distractions, and constant opinions, clarity becomes rare and powerfully valuable. A quiet mind isn't one that lacks thought, but one that controls it. When your mind is still, focused, and undisturbed by external chaos, you begin to see with precision. You recognize opportunities others miss. You sense direction where others feel lost. A noisy mind is easily swayed by fear, doubt, and outside influence. But a quiet mind is anchored. It listens inwardly, trusts its vision, and moves with intention. Silence within allows wisdom to rise. It brings peace to your choices and power to your actions. When your thoughts are calm, your focus sharpens. And with focus comes clarity. And with clarity comes unstoppable momentum. So still your mind, silence the noise, and watch how the path before you begins to reveal itself. Reflection of your ability to control your life. Those who speak with purpose rather than impulse demonstrate strength far greater than volume ever could. It is easy to talk, easy to react, to boast, to explain, but it takes true inner power to remain silent when silence serves you better. Every word you speak carries energy, and wasting that energy on meaningless talk weakens your focus. But when you discipline your speech, you conserve your force. You become intentional. You speak when it matters, and when you do, people listen because your words are rare, measured, and impactful. Mastery of self begins with mastery of the tongue. When you no longer feel the need to prove, defend, or overshare, you rise above ego and step into true confidence. The quiet one, the composed one, the disciplined one, that's who holds the real power. Only fools reveal their plans before they bear fruit. There is a hidden strength in secrecy, a wisdom in keeping your intentions guarded until they manifest. When you expose your plans too early, you invite opinions, doubts, and distractions that can derail your focus. The wise understand that ideas are fragile. In their infancy need protection, not applause. A fool seeks validation before results. The wise seek results before recognition. Talking about what you're going to do gives a false sense of achievement and often drains the very energy needed to bring it to life. But when you stay quiet, you allow your actions to develop powerfully in silence. Let your work grow in the dark, nourished by discipline and faith, until it blossoms so fully that it can no longer be ignored. When your fruit is visible to all, there will be no need for explanation. Your success will be the proof. Silence builds mystery, and mystery builds influence. There is undeniable power in being unknown, in holding back just enough to make others wonder. When you speak too much, you give away your advantage. But when you remain silent, you become unpredictable, intriguing. People are naturally drawn to what they don't fully understand. Mystery creates curiosity, and curiosity gives you control. It's not about manipulation, it's about positioning. The person who doesn't reveal their every move holds the room with their presence alone. Silence creates space for others to project their own expectations onto you, making you appear greater, of riders, and wiser and more capable than if you had explained yourself. Influence is not always loud, it often whispers. And in that whisper, it commands attention. Be the one who doesn't need to speak to be respected. Let others guess while you build. Let them wonder while you rise. Because when mystery surrounds you, influence follows. Work done in silence eliminates outside interference. When you move quietly, you protect your vision from the noise of the world. Every time you share your plans, you open the door to opinions, doubts, and distractions that can dilute your focus. But when you work in silence, you create a sacred space, a around your goal space, untouched by fear, criticism, or comparison. Silence becomes your shield. It allows you to concentrate fully, to make mistakes without judgment, to grow without pressure. You are not influenced by what others think you should do. You are guided only by what you know you must do. The world can't interrupt what it doesn't see. And that invisibility becomes your strength. When the work is finally revealed, it is complete, it is powerful, it's tactile, and it is undeniable because it was shaped without interference, built in pure alignment with your vision. Let the silence carry your labor, and let the results speak your truth. True power needs no announcement. The strongest force is often the quietest. It does not boast. It does not seek approval, and it does not demand recognition. True power moves with calm confidence, not noise, so it doesn't need to declare itself, because its presence is felt, its actions are undeniable. When you truly possess something of value, be it wisdom, skill, or strength, you don't feel the need to convince anyone. Only those uncertain of their worth feel compelled to prove it. Real power is rooted in inner certainty. It is seen in the way you carry yourself, in the decisions you make, in the results you deliver. It is unshaken by criticism and unmoved by praise. It builds quietly and strikes decisively. When you walk in real power, the world takes notice not because you said something, but because you did something. So hold your ground in silence. Let your power speak only through results. Let the world discover what you already know. Speak with actions, and the world will echo your name. Words may inspire for a moment, but actions create a legacy. Anyone can talk about ambition, success, or greatness, but only those who act consistently and powerfully earn the respect that lasts. When your actions reflect discipline, purpose, and vision, people take notice not because you asked for their attention, but because you became impossible to eye.